credit to Drew Dober for going out there and doing what he was supposed to do and get the finish.
By TKO, Drew Dober!
Cody, you were on fire tonight. Beautiful accuracy, beautiful technique with your striking.
Declaring the winner by knockout, Cody Garbrandt! Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. That's dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Good afternoon or good evening if you're where I am. Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Good episode today, Matt. Guys who I like a lot, we've had on many times. Drew Dober, who's always a great guest, and Cody Garbrandt, who has not been on with us in almost 2 years. Both are fighting. I think they're both fighting this Saturday on 326. Let me just make 100% sure, because I say that, 326 main card, and let's see where Cody is fighting. And then I make an asshole out of myself, and I'm wrong. Yes, Cody's fighting the field. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one a lot.
I'm looking forward to all these fights, man. You got Cal Baharo versus RDR, which is the co-main event, which is we were waiting for that. Rob Font versus
Raul Rosas Jr. Yeah, Font against him.
I like that. A little of the old school versus the new school. And then we got Drew Dober and Michael Johnson, and we're gonna be talking to Drew Dober soon.
In a moment,
It's exciting. Not to mention RoboCop. Gregory Rodriguez is kicking off the main card versus Bruno Ferreira.
Isn't that a great fight? And I just love watching Gregory Rodriguez fight. I mean, I really enjoy watching him fight. He's
perfect. It's the perfect nickname for him is RoboCop.
RoboCop, yeah.
He looks like RoboCop. He's got the silhouette. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF belt.
BMF belt, yeah.
It's exciting, Jimmy. Oh,
it is.
Friday night, I'm going to Atlantic City, a road trip. The card's going to be me, Edwin, Tommy Beethoven, and Angelina. She's coming.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because my middle child has Maria's got a dance thing she's doing. So my wife, so the rest of the crew can't come. So we're going to go. And I got young Marcus fighting. Marcus Reed, Black Star. You know young Marcus.
We've had him on, yeah. I think so, right?
No. But I've had him on my show.
I thought we interviewed him.
Well, young Marcus.
I might have seen him on a clip from your show.
That's what you did. You don't watch my show.
I see clips of it all the time.
Okay, thank you. You do clips. Listen. I like your show. Oh shit! Speaking of this, listen. Let's stop whacking each other off. Let's stop that and let's get Drew Dober in here.
Yes, let's bring Drew in here.
I like your show. No, I like your show. No, Let's get Drew Dober in here.
8-time on for Drew Dober fighting Michael Johnson. What a great fight this is.
Yeah, it's a fantastic fight. Drew Dober, man, where are you walking the strip right now?
Yeah, I mean, I was just eyeballing all the restaurants I can't visit, so we're putting together a bucket list.
Well, it looks so nice out there. It's so gloomy in New York right now. It's all cold.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, New York had got more snow in one day than Colorado got all winter. So,
yeah, I was out there shoveling it. Yeah, I went to Florida and then I got back right in time for the snow. So, yeah.
I thought I was going to try to escape the winter, but here I am, like just enjoying the same weather I had in Colorado.
So what are you looking forward to food-wise? Like you said, you're looking at restaurants. When the fight's over with Michael, what place are you looking at? Like, this is where I'm going.
I mean, like hunting-wise, like Shake Shack is my go-to. Like it's just right behind me right now, and I'm, fiending over here. But Shake Shack for sure. But honestly, what I crave the most is the freedom, but like the not having to choose. Like I can eat whatever you guys want. Like so. Yeah. But I mean, specifically, burgers and donuts are my go-to.
Yeah.
And donuts. What's your favorite donut?
So my favorite donut is the old fashioned, like a sour creamed old fashioned.
You know what? The old fashioned's pretty good.
If you guys don't know what that is, you better Google it and get your hands on some.
What, an old fashioned?
Is there sour cream in it?
Yeah, it's typically made with sour cream. It depends on where you're at, but it's the ones that like it looks like a cake donut and it's like wrinkled at the top.
Oh wow! Oh wow! He's got that donut on his brain.
I used to be a baker. I used to make donuts, and so
get out of here.
Yeah,
you used to bake.
What, for like 2 years.
Wait, now you did it like as a job, or you did it as a hobby?
Job. Yeah,
really?
I was a regional fighter. I was cutting weight while making you guys donuts.
What? Now, where would you do that? Where did you do the donuts?
It was like, the baking hours, it was perfect. I'd go to some UFC fights or like watch them. And then as soon as the fights were done, I would clock in and work overnight. And I just worked at like a local bakery shop in Omaha, Nebraska.
Are you a good cook?
I mean, I'd like to think so. I don't know if my wife agrees with me, but I have experience in cooking. I just don't know how proficient I am.
How great a skill is that? When you're cutting weight or if you want to cheat a little and eat something, like you know how to do it. Like you probably have more leeway than other guys because you know exactly what you can get away with and what you can't because you can make it.
Yeah, well, the knowledge is like the painful part. Like because I know how to cook and because I know good food, when I can't eat good food, it bothers me more. Like ignorance is bliss when it comes to cuisine.
Reminds me.
I guess so. Yeah.
Reminds me of that scene in Matrix when the guy was gonna double cross him and he's eating that steak instead of the gloop. Instead of that gooey stuff. And he's like, oh, just don't let me remember anything. He's like, ignorance is bliss. I don't know. I
know, right? Like I still remember what a old-fashioned donut tastes like. And here I am eating bland-ass chicken on fight week.
Oh, man. Well, it's going to get you like a junkyard dog. And you're fighting a dog. Now, hey, you get excited when you get a good dance partner. I know that. What do you think about when you got Michael Johnson's name across your desk?
Oh, I mean, head over heels. Like this is a fight that like I've wanted, you know, just like the caliber, like he's been in the UFC longer than I have. He's fought in like more prestigious opponents than I have. And like, he's just an exciting fighter and a good person. And these are the matchups I absolutely love. So I was actually trying to fight someone else and they're like, Michael Johnson became available. And I was like, yeah, that's even better.
We had Michael on Monday and we said, I can't believe this matchup hasn't happened. Like, you know what I mean? You guys have both fought so many people. Your names are so prominent in the UFC, both of you. It's just shocking to me that this fight has never been made before.
I mean, it's like wrong time, wrong place. The stars have to line up when it comes to getting matchups. And honestly, I'm glad it's happening now because I think I'm getting Michael Johnson in his prime. Like he has like this resurgence. He's on a 3-fight win streak. And like, I like to know that like I'm getting the best version of MJ.
Hey, and I know you're in it for the scrap. I've seen you go in there and not come out victorious and you're smiling just the same. But it had to feel great to get that knockout last fight, to get the monkey off your back. You had 3 in a row and you're one of those fighters that, it's must-see TV there. Like, when you're fighting, oh man, don't go get a drink. This is, you know how exciting you are. But yet it does feel good to get the W, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel great?
Yeah, I mean, the 3 losses, they felt heavy, it's like, and then at my age and, what the sport, pushes on you, like you think of retirement, like, do you still got it? And like, there's a lot of doubt and questions and going out there and performing the way I did, still not my best performance, but I got the W. It kind of just makes me feel more freedom in this fight where it's like win or lose, like, dude, I'm just going to just fight the way I want to fight because any fight could be my last. And so come Saturday, I'm fighting like it could be my last. And I hope MG's ready for that.
What was your mindset going into that last fight with Kyle? Because you coming off the 3 losses and like you said, the confidence, I'm sure just as you're a person, there's no way you can't get affected a little bit. What are you thinking as you're getting there? And did you change anything in preparation before that fight?
Yeah, so we changed actually a lot in preparation. It was like one, acknowledging my age and making sure that like my training reflects that. And the idea, like, being a provider created a sort of like pressure, right? Making the money and providing for my family and this and that. Like, and when we first started this, like we were living in our car in the Wild West, just doing, F all. So just going back to in the beginning where it's like, I'm not trying to provide. I'm just having fun. And we had to practice that in the gym because after 3 straight losses, it's hard to, find it. So we found it in the gym. We brought it into the fight, and come walkout in Canada against Kyle, like I felt the excitement again, and I didn't feel that in Mexico City, and that's what scared me. And it's back, and I still feel it now. So I'm excited to show it off.
A lot of times they're throwing young guys at you guys, like they were doing that to Michael Johnson. And, it's nice that you're fighting somebody that you kind of could have went to high school with. You know what I'm saying? You guys are around the same age. He might be, he's got a couple of years on you.
I like his personality. I like the way he fights. But in all honesty, the younger guys are easier because they fight stupid. Like, they just do dumb stuff. Where it's like now MJ, like he's seasoned, like he's going to be the intelligent fighter that he might not have been like 5 years ago. And so fighting these older guys are tougher. I'll be honest.
They know how to conserve their energy. They like if something's going wrong in the first round, they know how to just kind of tie you up enough to get into the second round. Like these little weird things that younger guys will make a mistake with. And you said something really smart. You just said, I acknowledge my age. I guess I never thought of how that can screw somebody up, thinking like, no, this is where I am, but actually you're here. And then you just train a little bit smarter and you get better results.
Yeah. This camp, I found out that I shoot myself in the foot more often than like other people. Like I do more damage to myself than my opponents. And it's like this 20-year-old mindset of like, just go, 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 go. And I burn myself out. I hurt myself, all that stuff. So the last 2 camps, we've been really intelligent. I've been listening to my coaches and I feel so much better and smarter.
Yeah. You know what I think is hysterical is like when I brought up Michael Johnson, you're like, he's giving him compliments and you're like, and he's such a nice guy. I like his personality. Do you, first of all right, 2 questions. One, do you like it better when you like the guy or you don't like the guy? And the second question is there anybody you don't like? You're such a happy guy.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like a weird, like, I love everyone. I just love people, right? Whether like we agree or not, dude, like I love it. But when it comes to the actual fight though, when you like the person, you fight your ass off, right? Like I love Bobby Green and our fight was amazing, right? But you get those fights where they trash talk, they hate each other, and then they fight not to lose. And that's when you see guys just like their hands on the trigger and nobody like pulls out the gun, right? But if I love the guy, dude, I'm slinging hands right out the gate.
That is such an interesting way to look at it, because usually
we chose recess as a career. I mean, like there's a ref involved, like we're out here to have fun and like get to do the things we want. And like, if I get a guy that I don't like, then we just stare at each other for a minute. But if I like Michael Johnson and he likes me, we know we're going to punch each other in the mouth.
Can I just say that we chose recess as a career is one of the best things I ever heard in my life. Cause that's what I love recess. It's what I do that is one of the best lines I ever heard. I love that.
Like, dude, I'm roughhousing with my friends for a living. Why are you guys so mad?
This is the mindset that lets you just be a savage in there because you feel you already won in life. Drew Dober, when this is all over, listen, you got, and the same thing, we said the same thing to Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson, Michael Johnson. You fighting Magic Johnson? Good luck, Drew.
John, Jesus. Hey, listen, the same last name with Michael Johnson is that you guys, oh shit. Now what do we say to him? Oh yeah. That despite the age, like he doesn't look like he's slowing down. So again, I hope you fight for another 10 years, but when it is over, what are you going to do? Some bacon? What do you think about? Do you ever think about what you're doing after? Maybe. Oh no.
Yeah, actually, we've been dialing in. I don't know if you've been catching like the fun stuff and doing on social media, but I'm gonna stay in the sport for as long as I possibly can. And like I'm in love with the sport. I'm so passionate. It's never gone away. And I want to coach. I want to manage. I want to promote. I want to do seminars, broadcast. Yes. I mean, I just want to be involved. And like, I may not get paid the same, but the love I have for it makes it feel the same. And when it's over, which I don't know when it is, man, I feel great. So whenever it's over, I'm going to be doing a little bit more what you're doing, Matt Serra.
Oh, dude, that's the greatest. I'm having I feel like I'm still at recess. But no, seriously, you have to enjoy what you do. Once you're done being a savage. You can still be a savage. You just pick another playing field.
I get to tell people that I was once a savage, right? And so then they just listen to me.
That's what I tell people.
When you fight a guy you like and you punch each other, that's interesting. You said when you fight a guy you don't like, you guys sometimes they'll fight not to lose because there's so much more at stake. Like sometimes you'll see like guys you think, oh, this is going to be off. They hate each other. And Manel Kopp, I forget who his fight was with, where they had been going at each other all week. And I wish I could remember who that was. But then they finally fought and they were both a little hesitant because it was almost like the idea of losing to this fuck. It was just more than they could handle. So I never thought of that. But when guys like each other, there isn't that added pressure other than just getting hit. So they fight probably better.
The time that taught me this was like way back in the Muay Thai regional circuit. I had two teammates and their opponents backed out, right? But they were like trained and ready to go. So they looked at each other like, let's just fight each other, right? And like they was like, all right, let's just do it. Dude, they had fight of the night. Like they went to war. They bled for each other and hugged afterwards. And I went, see, that's what happens when you like somebody. And it's like, we all have like that boy inside of us where like, we just want to rough house with friends. So if I have a friend in there with me, it's going to be a fun dance.
Plus it seems like it's too much pressure if you don't like each other. There's just too much mental stuff at stake other than the physical that you already have to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, but like, honestly, like it creates fun pre-fight banter when they don't like each other, but it just kind of like degrades the actual quality of the fight. So like, why don't we bring the trash talk with some friends? I know all you guys trash talk your friends. You know, I'll read your text messages and like, you guys do it. So like, honestly, the press conference and the media day, just start trash talking some friends. And when you get in there, fight like your friends and everyone's going to be like complimented from it.
Right.
Oh, that's how I felt in my trig fight, but we weren't friends. But I'm with you with that.
I come to terms with it. Like, if we're cool, dude, I'll run my mouth. But if we're not cool, then you're not going to get any words from me. So at the end of the day, like the press conference is so much more fun when I'm like pretty cool with my guy.
Yeah, but you know what, Drew? You're such a likable guy. I don't think anybody can really take shots at you. You're not a little prick like me.
I'm serious. I was not here if Michael Johnson was going to.
Oh man, I can't see it happening.
I feel like I agree mostly with what people say. So like you trash talk, I'm like, yeah, no, I hear that from my wife too.
That's so fun.
No, we had Michael on Monday and he said nice stuff about you. And again, I think he was talking about what a great matchup this is. And it has to encourage you. I think you're a few years, what are you, 5 years younger than him or you're 2 years younger than him? He's 30, are you 37?
Yeah, I'm 37. So I think that's just
okay, he's 39. But when you see how well he's fighting at 39, like that's got to be great to see because you're like, you know, you can all of a sudden go on a long winning streak at almost 40 years old, and he wants to get back into the race. I mean, he really wants it.
This is my analytics on it. I think people compare fighting to other athletics too much, right? We're like, oh, like football players, basketball players, they have to retire at like 35 because they just don't have it. But in fighting, it's not like athletic based, it's skill based. And as you get older, you get more skilled and you can maintain your athleticism and your punching power never goes away. But the more intelligent you become, the more skillful you become, like you can go on a 3-fight win streak like Michael Johnson. And so these older guys, Volkanovski, prime example, we just get better with age.
Yeah, I agree. What is this quote saying? Fighting is the constant search of self-improvement.
That's my favorite quote.
You are like a wise sage. Look at this, right? The stuff coming out of his mouth. Where do you come up with this?
I mean, those long ass drives in your car and you start like pondering your own life. And I was just thinking about the privilege that I have that I get the greatest men around the world to show me what I'm bad at and I can improve upon it in the gym. I mean, that's the daily constant grind of you're just improving yourself every single day. And hopefully I can continue this after fighting's over.
That has to be an amazing feeling too. Like when you fight, whether you win or lose it, you know you belong there. Like there's got to be something about like you see these really special athletes and these really dangerous people, and you're like, I absolutely belong in this group, and I am right to be here. I mean, there's something about that that's got to feel great.
Yeah, but I do have to agree to disagree. Even this fight week, I mean, I walk past Max Holloway and I'm like, oh God, like I'm a fan first. Like I am still so shocked and odd that I'm still doing this. And to have people like approach me, other fighters, and be like, oh, I love your fights. I'm like, oh shit, you watch my fights? Like I'm so blessed all the time to be a part of these UFC. And even for as long as I've been in the UFC, it's never lost its novelty.
Right.
Oh my God. Drew Dober might be the He might be up there with Wonder Boy as just the nicest fucking guy. Drew Dober, right, Jimmy? I mean, not since Stephen Thompson have we seen a guy that's just, hey, what a nice, likable guy. You see him in the cage and he's like a bull.
Me and Wonder Boy got to meet at 170 for that nicest MF title.
That's
who the heck would want to watch that? That's another guy that doesn't age. Wonder Boy.
No, he does not. But it's crazy. Like when you look at Michael, like his last fight, the speed. I mean, his speed is still really good. Like, you know, and again, for a guy at 39, they say the speed, you know, you might notice that little, that thing that you guys would notice in each other that I would never notice watching, that teeny little step, but it doesn't seem like he's lost that at all.
No. Just looking at his most recent fights, his speed hasn't gone, and he's deceptively long. Like, he hits you with a 1-2 from across the cage. And just from what I'm seeing, he's been working really diligently on his wrestling too. So, like, I don't think I'm fighting a boxer on Saturday. I think he's going to be shooting some shots, and I think it's like the easiest path to victory against Drew Dober is put me on my back, you know? So I'm ready for just the new and improved Michael Johnson that's both athletic and bringing in some new tools.
Well, Drew, this is a great fight. I'm happy that this fight has been made. And I never realized that, like I said, that it hadn't been. And then now that it's here, I'm really happy it's here because you guys have both looked. Your last fight was great. He's looked great in his last couple of fights. So have a good fight, man. You know that we always love watching you and we support you. So have a great night, man.
Thank you so much. UFC and Paramount know what they're doing, man. This is a card of killers. Yeah. And to compliment a card with the BMF title on it, like, hopefully one day I can get that wrapped around.
Shit, Drew Dober, man. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys get fight of the night. On paper, it has everything you want, you know? Yeah. So I can't wait to watch on Saturday, buddy.
I appreciate it. I'm just excited to excite the fans and the friends.
Have a good fight, man. We'll talk to you again, Drew. Yeah. Always a good fight.
Thank you so much. Hey, all right. And when I'm like post-fight, when I'm super colorful, bring me back on. We can talk more shit.
Yes, yeah, we want to see the donuts you're eating for sure.
Dude, I'm going to get neck deep in it too.
Oh, really, really quick. With the donuts, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts? Or is there another chain in
I know you're from New York. I'm going to break your little heart, but it's Krispy Kreme.
Interesting. Yeah. You know what's funny about that? And it brings me back to my first academy when the first Krispy Kreme opened up down the block on Long Island. There was I'm talking this thing for like weeks, lines outside that thing. It's like, fuck, man, just go to Dunkin' because there's lines here. But it didn't last. What happened was it was like a sexy new girl, and then all of a sudden you go back to your wife or some shit. Like, it's fucking, in other words, it was a big hit, and then it just died out. It went, I don't know where any are in Long Island, and Dunkin' is still going strong.
Yeah, it wasn't an East Coast hit. It does get too sweet. It's like barely a donut because like how sweet it is. My main thing, and I've already done this in Las Vegas, I look for a family-owned bakery because I want to taste that fry oil, you know?
Oh, man,
yeah,
he's dreaming of fry oil.
Thawed out frozen donut. I want you guys dipping the flour in the batter.
Man,
it's also Dunkin' Donuts has good coffee too. That's another reason because people are not going to go for donuts every day. When you get known for your coffee, people are just going to stop there all the time, and then eventually they'll grab more food.
Yeah,
Team Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Well, how about
we'll talk about donuts.
Take a picture of the crappy ass donuts I'm going to eat post fight, and I'll get on your guys' show on as soon as I can.
ASAP,
yeah, we'd love to have you again. You know that.
All right,
take care, buddy.
Appreciate this one.
Yeah,
all right, dude, be good, Drew. Nice talking to you.
Best. Later, Drew Dober. Take care, warrior. Dude, that guy is so likable.
He's a very nice dude. And so is Michael. Like, and I had never thought of it from that point of view about when you like each other, it does free you up a little bit because there's not that fighting not to lose.
Oh, that's true. I mean, listen, he makes a lot of sense with a lot of things. And a lot of his quotes, he thinks about those on a long drive. When I'm on a long drive, sometimes I put in Peter Gabriel, In Your Eyes, and next thing you know, I'm getting a little teary. In your eyes, the light, the heat in your eyes, you're incomplete.
Want to do a couple of picks?
Oh, Jimmy, fucking kid. Jimmy, you don't play along at all with me.
Oh no, I understand. I'm kind of a sap with certain songs too, just not that one.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, you do? You get a little emotional?
I do,
Get
yeah.
emotional? At all? You fucking Vulcan?
Yes. I'll tell you what makes me cry. When I go through Instagram and they show either dog rescue videos or when dogs are seeing like the soldier owners after they haven't seen them in a while. The guy comes back and the dog runs up to him. You know what I mean? Come on. Every time.
Well, you don't have kids. You'd be watching the videos with the kids running to their dad.
No, I have watched those, and they did the same thing for me. They also when I see the kids running up, I'm always like, it's always so nice to see.
All right, let's I
know which one I want to pick to start with.
What's that?
Rosas Jr. against Rob Font, who I love.
Oh, you go. Oh, so the way you said that, I know you're picking Rosas Jr. Because you threw in that you love him because you know.
But again,
against him.
Rob could knock him out, or Rob could, because Rob has fought ground fighters before, and he had won after that big kind of losing period he was in. He beat Kyler Phillips, he beat John Masimoto, and then he lost that decision to Martinez. I just think that Rosas Jr. is going to get a hold of him, and I think I'm going to say Raul Rosas Jr. by sub in the second round.
Okay. I'm picking Gregory Rodriguez, second round knockout of Bruno Ferreira. And Bruno's tough. Bruno comes to fight.
Oh, yeah.
But I think RoboCop, man, he had a couple bumps in the road, but I like him, and I like his style. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to this whole card.
Me, by the way, speaking of this card, someone from the prelims is now in the waiting room, Cody Garbrandt.
Main eventing the prelims, like the main fight of it.
Yes, the main fight of the prelims is him against Xiao Long. That's a great fight.
We gotta catch up with Cody. We haven't talked to him.
We haven't talked to him in almost 2 years. I know.
Let's get him on here, man.
Yeah.
There
hey,
he
Cody,
is.
how you doing,
he's in Hawaii. It looks like. Hey, man, long time no see, dude. How you been?
Great. Awesome. How about you?
I'm doing fine, man. But we miss you, man. I feel it's been a couple of years since we spoke to you.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? Didn't get the chance last June to talk,
Yeah, you're looking good. What's going on? Where are you living now? You in Vegas?
I'm in Vegas. Yeah, I've been here for like 4 years now.
Is the PI your main training there?
That's where I train. I got a boxing gym that I've been going to for about 6 months now. The Maya Boxing with Ben Stanoff. He's from Australia, and he was in Caleb Plant's camp a lot. Phenomenal coach, man. Just like fine tuning the details, getting back to the roots of boxing, and then obviously the wrestling part.
Did you get that sword tattoo in the last 2 years? Or was that been that?
Probably been that.
Oh, because I haven't seen it. I think I remember that.
Yeah,
that's cool. Well, really quick though, what made you think of that? That's very cool.
Get it? Well, so I was getting my armpit tattooed, and that shit hurt. So I was like, oh man, so I had the stencil on, and my tattoo artist was like, dude, that's a bold tattoo to do, But I was like, man, I was kind of being a little bitch with the armpit tattoo. I'm like, let's do the sword, and we did. That's kind of how it came about.
I'm not one usually for face tattoos, but that is a cool looking tattoo.
Me neither. I can do a face tattoo. I'm like, man, what the fuck's that guy thinking? And I got one. I always forget I have it because it's on my face, but.
Hey, it works. I like it.
You can always remove it if you want because it's not so detailed or gigantic. It will be unpleasant, but it's not like getting like a huge piece removed.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Why the hell would he want that removed? What are you talking about?
Because whenever you do something like that, the idea of knowing you can do something, you can get rid of it.
All right.
It probably gives you a little more freedom to do it instead of saying, "Oh God, I'm gonna get stuck with this forever" if you don't want it.
Right.
When you change gyms, I know you've done that before. What is it like to change gyms, and how hard is it to walk into a new place? And what's the worst part of it, and what's the best part of it?
So the worst part of it is familiarity.
Being
comfortable with your coaches, and they know you. I was an alpha male for over a decade. I was 1-0, and then was 11-0 world champion. So I was molded from those guys. They knew me ins and outs. How I trained, the style that I fought. Mentally, physically, emotionally. So leaving that was hard, man. It was hard. Coming out here to Vegas was tough. but backing up a little bit, I did go out to Jersey. Was kind of co-training with Team Alpha Male. I go out to Jersey, train with Mark Henry and Yeager and those guys for 3 of my fights. Sun South fight was our first fight. Obviously that happened during COVID. That was great. Working with Mark was just newfound techniques and a little detail oriented. And kind of for me, kind of like get out of my comfort zone. I was at home.
Yeah.
Then I had to go in Jersey and, driving around so much. Like Sacramento, our gym was one house. You had strength conditioning, you had everything in there. You just went to the gym. You guys are in New York and Jersey. So it's like, you got to drive 40 minutes here to this spot, another hour here. Ricardo's was like close to the PA border for grappling. So it was like 4 or 5 hours of just driving in a car throughout the day. To just train. But, it was something we had to do. And I enjoyed it up there. And to like getting out of your comfort zone, I think that's what was a huge thing, especially I was on a 3-fight skid from a world championship, 3 losses from knockout, actually. So I was like, I needed this fight. And I went out there and, back against the wall during COVID, it was great. And then had a few more fights, had the Rob Font fight after I had COVID. That was a 5-round fight. That was a kind of a crazy camp. And then we went to 25 as well with the Cody Garbrandt fight. And that just was a mishaps, but when the UFC is going to offer you a title shot if you win the fight, you're not going to say no.
Yeah, of course.
Coming out here to Vegas was very challenging, very difficult, because it's more of like fighters come in, stay for a few weeks, go out. So like to rely on those training partners that, hey, I need a 6 a.m. workout, come in, like it was tough to get these guys in here and get a camaraderie of where, hey, we're a co-op. I'm going to help you out in camp. You're going to help me out in camp. So I really got it dialed down. Right. I had like 4 fights out here now. This last camp was by far my best one in recent years. And I just listened to the coaches, kind of had my input on like how I like to train, what I needed to do. They mapped out a camp, a schedule that I was hitting, all my martial arts, disciplinaries and also the strength and conditioning. And I was having, the conditioning going, really well as well. I think that's where my confidence comes from the most. Matt, you can contest when you're in elite shape, conditioning shape. It's the most confident because you can go balls to the wall for 15 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever pace this opponent is going to bring to you. So that's where I'm confident at in this fight. And my previous fight was with Jaime Barcelos, and I had a long layoff and I had health problems that was going on with the vertigo. I couldn't grapple, I couldn't wrestle that camp. But they gave me a fight with a 5-week camp, and it was kind of like every day, like I was testing, like, all right, well, I am in camp now, like, and I was always training, you know what I mean? But I wasn't wrestling, I wasn't sparring because I didn't want to onset the vertigo. I didn't know what was causing it. And so we would like go in and spar. I'm like, all right, I'm good after sparring. I didn't have any headaches, any dizziness. I'd lay down, all right, we go in and grab. So each week we'd add more and more and more, but I just don't think there was enough time to really push what I needed to push. And the first round was great, came out, in the second, third, man, I just didn't really feel like I had enough fuel in the tank in the third round. And I think too, also was a nutritional standpoint. I got back to the UFC Performance Institute with Charles Stoll. And the craziest thing, I just had a daughter 2 months ago. And
congrats.
But I was the heaviest I'd ever been. And I was kind of, a little worried. But, you got to just trust in the process, right? And
it came together.
Yeah.
Tell me about the vertigo, though. Where'd that come from?
So I had vertigo years ago, actually in 2012. I went to UPMC with Dr. Collins, and it was crystals out of my ear. So I went through the vestibular therapy, got that all in order, and then I literally went on a run. That's when I had the run, 12-fight win streak, world champion, had no vertigo, no nothing. And then I was getting ready to fight Davis and Figueiredo for the flyweight title after I knocked Sun South at 125. And I previously got COVID after the Sun South fight. And that's the first thing I had was vertigo. Like I had vertigo for weeks during camp. And I was like, hey, man, it's not stopping. Like I remember grappling Faber and just spinning the whole time and not knowing what was going on, right? So I was like, all right, this is how camp's going to be. I'm cutting weight. I wasn't too much cut down on the carbs and things like that. And I was cycling a lot on the road bike, just get the weight down. And man, it just got worse and worse. I ended up I ripped my vein in half. I had a kidney infection. So all that came from COVID, and I had long haul COVID. So I was out for a while, and I had vertigo again. And then I didn't have vertigo for, years after that, got it corrected, with a good doctor out in Sacramento that helped me out a lot with how he kind of diagnosed and how to treat, COVID and like the long haul, basically they were calling it. And then in the Davison fight, I fight him. The first round, I feel great. I'm like, all right, I'm going to open up on him. The first round I won, felt great. Second round, I came out in the scramble, got taken down. And at UFC 300, I'm on my back, and it's just like a carousel, just spinning. I could hear my coaches, but I could not, I could not move. My body I felt, very weak. And I just was like, I was like throwing up. So, he ended up submitting me in that fight. And I go backstage and I'm out. I'm like, I talked to the UFC Performance Institute, Heather, and the doctors. I'm like, I don't feel good. Like I'm spinning, like I'm driving and they take me to the hospital. I'm in the hospital until like 6, 7 in the morning, just throwing up. And the whole time from the fight, they went there. They just put me to sleep, with all this medicine. I'd wake up, like I'd pass out for a few hours and wake up, not know where I was at, throw up everywhere. They give me more medicine, knocked me out. Luckily, my girlfriend took amazing good care of me. And I remember waking up like a day and a half later in my own bed, like waking up, I got to get to the fight. I'm like not knowing that happened. So we took some time off, went back to the UPMC with Dr. Mickey Collins. And, we did the vestibular test, the baseline test. It wasn't crystals out of the ears. It wasn't anything like that. So I got on a little bit of medication that's helped out calm the central nervous system, basically, that was kind of would onset the vertigo. And like I said, it's been great, but I was really cautious in my last fight of training, where this fight, I just said, fuck it. Went, I got back to my roots, boxing, wrestling, hard sparring, getting really prepared and, just super confident.
Did you try that Epley maneuver for,
yes.
My friend had it and it was really life ruining. And he said that actually helped him.
Yeah, it actually helped. They actually got me on Zoloft. Put me on a low dose Zoloft. So basically the doctor was explaining like, his baseline's here, my baseline's here. So if I get hit, it's sending it into the vestibule, and that's when the body freaks out and goes into vertigo. He gets that kind of blow. He's fine. He had another NFL athlete that was dealing with the same thing, no crystals, nothing, and they got him on the same kind of protocol. And I'm always against medicine. I'm sober. I don't drink. I don't smoke. And I was like, I'll be on this, but man, it's helped out so much. Just take a low dose every day, and calms me down. Maybe I needed that. I was always high strung, redlining. I'm a fiery guy. So it's been great.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. When the crystals are not the problem, the Epley thing probably won't work because it's not putting them back, right? Okay.
Oh, exactly. I used to go to the PI every day, and they do the Epley maneuver, about 12 of them. So like we do it, and I get like 2 passes in, just be throwing up everywhere. I'm like, I'm sorry, God. Yeah, it was horrible. So then I was getting ready to fight Miles Jones, and fight weekend, Tuesday, it came on. Dude, I woke up at like 4 in the morning. I told my girlfriend, like, I don't feel good. I was in the shower, just didn't know where I was at. She had to like basically carry me downstairs, help me down, took me to the UFC PI. I didn't even know where I was at. She was driving, and that's when they put me in the hospital again. And that's when I was in the hospital for I don't know how long, basically all day. Same thing, throwing up. I had to pull out from the fight. That's why I took a long time off and went back to the UPMC, which I went in 2012. Dr. Mickey Collins is head of the concussion protocol at the UPMC there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and went there. And I went back there after the Davison fight, and then I've been there probably, I would say, a year and a half ago. I went after I was supposed to fight Miles Jones and got on the Zoloft, the low dose, and it's been, really, really helpful.
It worked for you.
It worked for me, yes.
That's great.
Yep.
Hey, you were a motorcycle guy.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
Tell me about that. You ride the motorcycles. I fought in the cage, but I get scared of motorcycles.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna crash. I know I'm not gonna.
I love them. I got a lot of. I've been working with Indian motorcycles, Kerry Hart, Big B, Taylor, all Indians hooked me up. They did some builds. I got a lot of Harleys as well, kind of more. I got like FXRs, 1990s Air. That's probably the best chassis frame that they built. And then I build them up with motors. It's fun, man. Like I never knew my way around a wrench, but I was taking my bikes to these shops and getting charged crazy and waiting. I'm impatient. So I want my shit done, so I work on them. It was good, man. I'll be out in the garage and I got a little shop in my garage and, work on the bikes. And, I'm a guy that's a super OCD. So if I can't get the job done, I'll sit up all night thinking I get up in the morning and get it done. So it's helped out so much. Just like take my mind off fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I ride too, it's like, kind of like that saying, you get into that little tunnel vision inside the octagon. You're in there. So like you're riding, you got to listen to the bike, you got to look at crazy drivers out trying to kill you, running off the road. You get, so it's fun, man. We've always been riding. My whole family's been like riding since, I was younger.
What's your favorite bike to ride? Just casually.
Man, casually, I would say the Road Glide.
What kind of is that? Is that one of those where you lean forward, or is that?
No, that's the Harley Davidson. I got the T-bars. I usually do the T-bars on mine just because neck and back and that more is like that's like a Cadillac. You ride that thing, it's like a Cadillac. I'll tell you what, Indian's been producing a lot of good bikes, and they're liquid cooled engines, so they don't get as hot. And they're powerful, even stock. But I just got into I got a 1948 Panhead. So it's a chopper style, kind of performance chopper. And then a 1940 knucklehead after the fight. So I'm just like, get that win bonus, So like old school choppers, I've never ridden their kickstart, no front brake, got a suicide shift. Yeah, so it's a different feel.
Man, life sounds so good for you, man. You seem like you got a nice girl. You just had a baby.
Oh, man. I'm glad you bring that up because I think a lot of times in my life, I've had so much chaos. It's hard to drown out the noise. And even she said all camp, like how well I've done, just honing everything in, doing different things. I got a son that's going to be 8 next week. He's phenomenal. He does boxing too. He loves riding. He loves wrenching, working on the bikes with me as well. When I was younger and I was a champion, everything was so fast paced for me. I didn't enjoy being a champion. It was like, hey, do this. They want you to do this. And I'm like, I just want to, first of all, I want to get healthy because I was injured for a year when I was a champion. I felt like I was holding up the division. So that was constantly just in my mind, with the back injury that I had. So this has just been, I've been healthy. I've been, just super thankful, grateful for this opportunity. I get to go out and fight, another opportunity just to advance in life. But I have so many good things in my life, a brand new daughter that, man, she's obsessed with me. I love that little girl so much. She's a little, I forget how small they are, like.
Yeah, it's so cute, man.
It's great. So, and I'm fighting Xiao Long. This dude, not many people know about him, but this dude comes to fight. He comes to throw with malicious intent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just ran into him earlier. How the Chinese super respectful. Yeah, man, great. It's good for him. It's a good opportunity for him. It's a good opportunity for me to, remind people who I am.
And where you're placed is always good when they put you as the main fight of the prelims. That's like, man, everybody, this is what you got to look forward to in the main card. That's why they're putting you there.
Yeah, this guy fights, man. He comes. He throws every shot. I don't think he throws something, lazy or everything's hard.
Shit. So you don't throw light either, Cody.
Yeah, I need that. I'm like, hey, when it clash, we clash. That's I love that shit. But
a good dance partner.
The whole martial arts. Like I told you earlier, get back to my roots. Like I used to box and wrestle, and that's all I did. I didn't even know how to throw kicks before I got into Team Alpha Male. I was like, I would throw low kicks. You know what I mean? Like, but man, my kicks are fast, my footwork. Just blending everything together and understanding. I am a explosive. I'm very explosive. I'm a fast twitch, so know that I got those bursts in me.
Yes,
I got about 10 bursts every 2 minutes. So that's 20 minutes. That's 20 bursts in that round. And that's it. And then now when I'm not bursting, I'm out there, footwork, movement, being elusive, having elusivity in the octagon. And I think this guy will be swinging at air, and then those shots will come, fill him out, get his speed, get his reads. But super excited for this fight, this matchup.
Cody, you sound good, and I'm happy you're healthy. It's great. I'm happy for you with the new baby. It's like things are really great for you right now, and it's nice, especially the fact that you're healthy and ready to go. Fuck the vertigo. I never heard that Zoloft was a good cure for it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't either.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, I don't want to get on this shit, but
and when things are right, like they are for you right now in your personal life? Like you said before, there's hectic, sometimes in your personal life and everything, injuries. But when you know you had a great camp and things are right at home, it just makes everything right for a good night, a good fight.
100%. You just what's worse at,
Yeah,
right? But
everybody's
everything else is good. I've had so much, and for me, man, I've always grew up in chaos my whole entire life.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is chaos. You know what I mean? But I can control that chaos, and that's when I go inside the octagon. But for me, it's like I'm just excited. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Another opportunity. Like how long can we do this for? And I still, I'm 34. I've had injuries, had setbacks, had some losses. Had some wins, but this camp, I can say, man, I enjoyed it all thoroughly. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. It felt like, and to say this, I miss these Team Alpha Male guys so much. It felt like the team that I built and the guys that I brought in was a Team Alpha Male brotherhood.
Yeah.
Feel, right? Like when you leave that, you have your guys, your coaches, your teammates. It's like, dude, you wake up and you want to go to training because you're fucking off, messing with everybody, and then it's time to work, you work, and then you guys are like,
exactly.
Like so it's like, man, it was good to have that at camp, train at the PI. It was just a phenomenal camp. And I progressed in so many areas. Like I got back to my roots of boxing. I'm like, man, this is how I hold my jab. Okay, this is where I step off. And then 2 little fine things about wrestling, the locks, the positioning, being heavy in there. So it's like, it wasn't like crazy invention, new things that I didn't know. It was just reminding me of what to do in those positions, to feel heavier, to feel quicker, to angle off more, and the speed and power that I possess, I don't have to leave my receipts. I always hit him. I'm like, oh, and like, why? These guys should never hit me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be upset I get hit in this fight. The only reason I get hit in the fight is I'm not doing what I need to do. It's not moving my feet, not angling off. So just excited to go to perform.
You sound ready to go, brother. Yeah. I'm excited.
Couple more days, man. I'm chomping at the bit. I think fight week's the worst because you can't really train that much and you're diet in. I'm like, man, I just fell in love with the sport again. I used to hate it, man. I really did. And like after I won the title, I was like, man, this is what it's not cracked up to be. Like I like being the wolf that's chasing up the mountain. When you're on the mountain, you're like, man, you're sitting good. Everyone's coming to you. Like now you're, for me, it's to remind people who I am. And myself. Like everyone wants that Dominic Cruz performance. That Cody that went out there and did that. And I had a lot of times in this camp that it was just free flowing, just flow state, feeling good, and it's all coming together, peaking, conditioning, the weight. I mean, when the weight falls off like this, I know I'm in good shape.
That's awesome, man. Have a great fight, Cody. We're behind you. You sound good and you're healthy and really, really good, man. We'll talk to you again and have a great fight on Saturday, man.
I always appreciate the time and talk to you guys. And
we always enjoy talking to you.
Congrats on your daughter and everything else.
Yes.
You're doing great. You're winning in life, man.
Winning in life. That's all that matters, right? Yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
All right, champ. See you.
All right,
Take
Cody.
care, buddy.
Thank you, man. All our best. That is great, man.
Really
Listen,
nice guy.
I'm happy for him. He seems like he's in a really good spot in his life.
And that vertigo, Matt, is such a night. The fact that for a fighter, because again, you're getting taken down and the vomit. Oh my God.
I got a rough enough with my ass problems. I don't want to be throwing up.
No, I know.
Let's
we gotta pick one more fight.
I didn't pick any fights yet.
Oh, you gotta pick two.
Did I pick any?
You picked you picked Gregory Rodriguez.
Oh, of course I did.
And I probably would have picked him too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we like to make different picks.
Now, I don't know. Brojio against Reinier de Ritter. I'm going to take Kyle in this fight. De Ritter could look great. I don't know. I think Kyle. I'm going to take Kyle by decision.
Very interesting. I like Kyle a lot. I'm so looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, that last de Ritter fight, I was not impressed with the way he handled it. So again, we'll see what happens.
I'm taking Cody.
Okay.
Cody just won me over, even though I could pick him anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Cody will get the second round knockout.
I hope so. Good. Yes.
Come on, Cody.
Good,
let's go. You all that he he sounds like he's in a good place.
Yeah,
you know, and he's shown glimpses of just brilliance in there. If you look at his career and what he's capable of, you know, then he fell on some hard times, but hey, you know, little Zoloft, get in there, fucking do your thing. You know?
So did Max Holloway. He had a few losses in a row. Now look at him; he's looked great. So
I need one more pick. Let me see.
No, you picked Rodriguez and Cody. We just did two.
Oh, we're just doing two?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine, man. You know, listen, more's not better. I'm so looking forward to this.
Me too, buddy.
Right.
Let me give the plug too.
Please do.
It is this Saturday, March the 7th. Early prelims, 5 o'clock Eastern. Prelims, 7 o'clock Eastern. Main card, 9 p.m. Eastern, all on Paramount Plus. What time is that for me? I don't know because I'm in India. Let's see here.
Jimmy, though. Oh, you done with the pluggies?
Oh, yeah, we should mention, you know, it's funny. I almost picked the Max fight, this rematch with Oliveira. I do not know how to pick that. Max has looked so good. And just Oliveira is one of those guys, just when you're like, oh, yeah, man, things are not looking good for him, he comes up with a huge submission or knockout. What do you think about that fight?
Well, you know, it's a rematch from 11 years
I know,
ago.
11 years ago.
You know, and, you know, Max stopped him 99-second KO.
It was this esophagus,
injury. Interesting. Thoughts on this? You know, it's hard to pick against Max Holloway.
I know.
You know, Oliveira is, again, another dude. Oliveira is a stud. But, you know, I feel that with Max's footwork, his accurate striking, and he's not so easy to get down, Max Holloway.
No, he's not.
I think he's going to possibly KO him in like the 4th round.
Yeah, or again, maybe Oliveira gets a little bit tired or frustrated. I don't know how he does it, but I do think Max is going to win this fight too. It might just be a decision. You know, Max is very comfortable fighting to a decision, and he's so good at using that length at keeping a guy away. This is an interesting fight. So, but I think Max takes it probably by decision.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Charles Oliveira's just so well rounded, but could he use his jiu-jitsu to get in there and get Max down? You don't see that often with Max. You don't see the guys just going in there and taking him down.
Max fought a lot of good jiu-jitsu guys. He fought a lot of guys who do everything well.
No, Max is a stud, and so is Oliveira. So it's just it's a great fight for the BMF belt.
Great fight, BMF belt main event. Yeah, me too.
All right, you gave the plugs. Let's go.
And the Matt Serra channel.
Oh, on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes.
Tomorrow comes out my reaction, and it's like an hour long because I was a chatty matty during it, so it's good. It's going to be with Bone Temple, the 28 years later.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that.
I had a good time with that. Next week, I got Raging Al on there. And it's a good time, man. I'm having a blast with that. Matt Serra channel on YouTube.
And my podcast this week, my guest is Freeway Rick Ross.
Ooh.
A really interesting guest. And he was big in the crack trade in the 80s.
Oh.
And he's been out of prison for a long time. I know him pretty well. He's a really great guest and a fascinating interview. So check that out.
Oh shit, yeah, Jimmy. What time is it there? You gonna get a little sleep now?
I'm going to bed. It's 1:29 and 1:30 in the morning.
Jimmy, you are a trooper, man. All right, have fun in India. Don't go jumping on any strange elephants out there for a ride. Are you gonna do that when you're out there? You gonna go for a ride on an elephant?
No, we rode around the city, and it's crazy. The fucking just the congestion and the amount of people. It's really a madhouse. But no, I'm not going on an elephant.
So it doesn't look like a place you want to go to just vacation.
No. Trust me, I've hopped on a few elephants after shows.
Jimmy, I'm lightheaded. Jimmy, man, I will listen. We're both watching the fights this weekend. Good luck to my fighter, Marcus Reed, Black Star.
Yes.
Fighting. And it's going to be a good time. Hey, dude, enjoy your trip. Safe traveling, bro.
Thank you. I will talk to you I'll still be in India next Monday, so I'll talk to you on Monday.
Hey, man, I'll talk to you then, everybody. Enjoy the fights.
Yeah. Have a good one, pal.
All right, Jimmy. Take care, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye, Unfiltered Army.